Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 61 of the This Is The Music Meets podcast. For the latest episode, I'm delighted to be joined by Brother Vice. Over the course of today's podcast, we're going to discuss the band's recent single, Damage, plans for 2023, and what new bands they're currently listening to. So I'm joined by James, Neil, Shane, and Aidan. Lads, welcome along to the This Is The Music Meets podcast. How are you all doing today?
Good, good. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, man.
Great to have you on. And whereabouts actually are you today? Because you sort of mentioned off air there that you're in a practice room.
Yeah, we're over in some practice studios here in Belfast on Springfield Road. So there's like loads of bands in different rooms practicing. So you'll probably hear some different talent throughout the night.
Right on cue there. So kind of like then let's go back to the very, very beginning of Brother Vice. And obviously you released your first single in 2019. So was that kind of like then the year that you formed as a band? How did you all sort of get to, how do you all know each other and how did the band start off?
I think that would have been me. I would have started it off online on a website called Join My Band and got a couple of lads together. And we were literally just practicing in our drummer's shed, maybe once a week. And then it sort of changed up. COVID happened and, a couple of members left, weren't too happy playing anymore. And we took Neil and Petey on and continued playing and released a couple of singles and then got Shane on board last year and just making music ever since.
Okay, sure. And where did you get the name from? What was the sort of inspiration and sort of influence behind that?
At the time, I don't know where the name came from at the time. I think there was a lot of names being thrown in and it might have just stood out as the best one there since we were just a group of lads and I think that was really it. There was no actually reason behind it.
Yeah. Brilliant. Great stuff. So obviously I'm based in just outside of London and sort of have a fairly good idea, I'd like to think, of the music scene in that part of the world. But kind of like in Northern Ireland, obviously you said there you're obviously from Belfast. So kind of like what is the music scene like there? Are there plenty of venues to sort of, go and play and do gigs and practice and all that sort of stuff?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of venues, like still some of the most iconic venues in Belfast, the likes of the Empire and stuff like that. But I mean, the scene is still as tough as it ever was in Northern Ireland. Breaking through is difficult, but I mean, we just love gigging too, so we're constantly active on the scene. Yeah, it's we're just at this point we're probably looking a wee bit further afield as well. So onwards and upwards.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So kind of like as well as you guys hopefully know anyway, here at This Is The Music, we like to try and shine a light on bands like Brother Vice that are, up and coming and obviously trying to establish themselves on the scene. So kind of like then over the last sort of 12 months, sort of or roughly, sort of what bands have you guys been sort of listening to or a song or something that maybe has really caught your eye?
Oh, for me, that's Fontaine's DC.
Yeah.
Just over the past couple of years, really. I just love those guys.
Yeah, sure.
I would say there's a band from here called Trump. And they're great. They've only released like 2 singles. And they've released one called Frankenstein, and I've got them on repeat like every day. There's another band we played a gig with, Dirt Cheap. They're really good. There's loads of local talent around, loads. There's no end to it really. But you any favourites?
We played there the other night with a band, Andrea. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And some of the bands we played alongside also that might not be as famous, even like Scarlet Cavaliers, Red Prayer, Switch, Disorder, different bands too. Locally got inspiration from as well. Not doesn't have to be bigger names necessarily.
Yeah, that's a big thing about it is like on their gig nights, sort of regardless of whether you think it's a good or a bad night, bonding with the other bands on the scene is always great. Like played with a band the other day, Dynasty, and just after we do our sets, man, and have a couple of drinks, it's you're never left there too. So it is about the music, but we love the scene.
Absolutely, definitely, and there ain't nothing wrong with that at all. So it sort of blew my mind when I was doing the bit of research for this. I mean, it seemed to be a little bit longer, longer than this, but obviously Damage came out in January. It seemed the time seems to have flown since then. So kind of like then, what was the recording process like for the song? And kind of like what can you tell us about the track?
Big shout out to Manor Park.
Yeah, we recorded it in Manor Park with Neil Calderwood. That's where we recorded all our songs.
Yeah.
It was just show up on the day, put the drums down, do the bass, guitars, and then the vocals. And did we stay over that night, or?
I think we did.
We did 3 songs that weekend. We did Damage, Time Alone, and a different one that hasn't been released yet. Yeah, so we did 3 songs over that weekend.
We love the little exclusive. Carry on.
We did the 3 songs over the weekend. We stayed over two nights, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not going to say what we did. We had a good time anyway, and then that was it really. And that's when Damage came out. I think it's the most poppy of them all. Definitely stands out in regards to the rest as the most radio friendly as well, and it's just all around great track.
Yeah, definitely. I agree wholeheartedly there with what you're saying. And obviously, like last year, you obviously released the four singles, which amassed over 73,000 Spotify streams. So kind of like when you first put those songs out, did you ever imagine that you'd achieve, streaming figures like that? Sort of so early on after just after, after 4 tracks?
No,
Yes,
not
absolutely.
really.
I always knew.
He always knew. Yeah.
I said 73,000, give or take.
Yeah.
In round 73 mark.
From like strength on strength, every song we sort of put out, and obviously playing gigs, you get more fans. The more songs you're putting out, more people are coming back and listening. So our followers, every time we put out a song, is going out. You know what I mean? So it's reaching there. There's more playlists putting our songs on them. So yeah, I never well.
Well, it kind of came organically because when we first started playing, the likes of us, four especially, and through COVID, it just like there was nothing on, there was no scene. We were playing for the fun of it, and we've kept it going since. And just watching the sort of views and plays rise in the background, it's just an added benefit. But we're still just playing for the joy of it.
Yeah, sure, okay, and obviously, you've obviously released 6 songs in total to date. Do you have maybe like a favourite song, or one that maybe means a little bit more to you personally?
What's that like? I think Ultraviolet. No one else gets like I think it's our best song. He's
taking the piss.
No, I'm not. I like it. I swear to God, I like that tune.
Yeah.
No one else likes it.
He accounts for all of the listens on that. But I would say Cure is my favorite song to play live, and I think it's the most punchy sort of song we've put out.
Time Alone.
Time Alone. Yeah. It hits you on the heart, by.
Definitely have to say Cure would be mine. I think it's a really good riff on it, and it's just really, like Neil said, it's really punchy and hard hitting, and it's short and sweet. I don't even think it's over 3 minutes long, so it's just perfect, the perfect time there.
Some of our new stuff's good play. We haven't put it yet, though, so I'll probably prefer that compared to
the best stuff is yes.
Brilliant, love to hear it, and I'm sure as well that your growing fan base as well are gonna love that as well. So kind of like we mentioned in the growing fan base, maybe for people that haven't heard of Brother Vice yet, how would you describe like your sound to them?
Oh, it's weird to do because I would always say indie rock, but it's really hard to put a genre on it. When you listen to some of the songs, a lot of them are different.
Yeah, there's a wide range.
But in terms of it sounding like other bands, what would we say? Like, yeah, we just sound like us.
Yeah.
Don't sound the Killers.
The Killer, yeah, we get a lot of it sounds like the Killers or Catfish and the Bottlemen. That's who it sounds like, and that's happy out because they're two good bands and we listen to them, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's not bad bands to be compared against. Okay, so we're going to sort of drop a couple of sort of quick fire-ish questions in here for you now. So kind of like if you had a musical time machine, what era of music would you like to be transported back to?
Oh, the 70s. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I'd say the 90s.
Yeah.
93 to 97 maybe.
When was Woodstock?
69, I think.
Yes. Of course. Right.
Or you would just relive it all, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so just carrying on with this, to say the quick fire sort of questions, we're going to ask you guys to kind of like put on a bit of a music festival for us, and you can decide what bands are on the bill. It can be from any era. So first of all, we'll start off with what would be the dream venue.
Go back.
Slane.
Slane
Castle.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it was just about 80 odd thousand, roughly, I think. Or
So as many as you can fit.
going big. Okay, so you guys. So I should have said in the intro to this part that you guys are actually going to be the first band on for this festival. So kind of or gig. So kind of like, what would be your entrance music?
Oh no. Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, go fire away. It's absolutely fine.
Vibing with Oasis fucking in the bushes lately. I think that's just, a heavy coming in kind of thing, and then lasting to our own stuff.
Loving that. Great stuff. So as I say, you guys are obviously the first band on the bill. So kind of like what we're looking for is 5 other bands that are going to join you. So who are you choosing?
From all time.
From all time. Oh, yeah. Fancy.
Zeppelin.
Oh. Yeah.
Aerosmith.
Oasis.
Yeah.
Oasis.
Yeah.
AC/DC, obviously. And then
James.
can't take up all the songs going, James.
Cranberries.
Nice. I wasn't expecting that. I must say, out of all the way it was going, that wasn't on my radar. So, and also as well, what is going to be on the Brother Vice rider for the gig?
Oh,
The Rider.
Yeah. What are we like lagermen? Are we spirits? What's the theme?
Jack Daniel.
Yeah,
A bit of
Jack
Jack
Daniels. Jägermeister.
Corona and lime.
James.
Great stuff. Sounds like it's going to be a great gig and probably quite a messy after party and all, I reckon, by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
So
Of course.
and and also as well, have you guys got any like sort of pre-gig rituals at all?
3 Captain Morgans and Coke before you go on. It's awesome. And ask everybody else, are you nervous? And then that's it. You just go on.
Usually I go the wrong way.
Shane has showed up to the wrong venue a couple of times.
So last Thursday, I 10 minutes to go, and I was the wrong place. But got there.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so we're just going to pause away from the music briefly for these next couple of questions. So first of all, what's your favourite film?
That's
Pulp Fiction.
Classic.
The Big Lebowski.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, I love that. That's
What
great.
was
I
that?
love that film. And what is your favourite? What is your favourite TV series?
Chris
Yeah.
Bray.
Eastbound and Down. Great. Have you seen that?
I have. It's awesome. Yeah. Funny stuff, probably Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
But like for a good show, The Witcher, I'm disgusted. It's not going to be.
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad would be a big one for me.
Yeah, great choices. And also, well, what is your favourite sandwich filling, or what is the best sandwich filling? Maybe I should say.
Chicken and bacon.
Oh, cheese onion crisps.
Yeah, crisp sandwich. Like, yeah, you can't beat a sandwich. Yeah.
What flavour crisps?
Cheese and onion.
Oh no! Oh no! Not having that. No. So kind of like as well, then we'll bring it back to the music now after that little bit. So kind of like then what are the plans then for 2023? I'm obviously you started off the year with a fantastic song. So is there plans for any more music releases? Are we looking at festivals at all? What are the plans?
Well, we've got some stuff sitting there waiting to be released, sort of more as well. At the minute, we're just kind of focusing on writing as much as we can, recording as much as we can, and get as much as we have out of us, and then keep pushing into as much of the scene as possible as will take us. Hopefully, absolutely, festivals is ahead of us, but it's all ahead of us.
Yeah, there's so many Swifts, a lot of songs recorded, ready to go, and then we'll have songs written that we're working on at the moment that we could probably go and record. And then we're just constantly writing anytime we're in.
Gigs,
Yeah.
We've actually got Nice Guy. They're from across the pond. They're coming over. We're supporting them in McHugh's basement on the 20th of May.
On the straight.
So we've that coming up next month.
Yeah, great stuff. And sorry, and just going back to the to what you said there, you've got quite a few songs that are ready to go. Are you more looking at them to be released as like a single, or would you maybe consider putting that on as like like an EP or something, or do you feel that maybe it's not quite the right time for an EP?
It's planning. It's gonna be an EP. The cover's been done, so we can't turn back on that. It's too much. It's gonna be an EP, and hopefully maybe start of summer we'll get that on the road and get the CDs pressed and that, and take it from there.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
keep an eye
great.
open.
Yeah, definitely great stuff. And kind of like as well, what's been the one bit of advice that you've been given since in the band that you think's been really helpful?
From anyone?
Yeah, from anyone. Yeah.
Serve the song. As a drummer, serve the song. That's that was always told.
And would you give any advice to any other sort of upcoming bands like yourselves in terms of trying to make it?
Practice.
Yeah, practice, put the work in.
Put the work in all the time.
It gets tough, but like there's great nights, and then you have an occasional bad night. You just got to deal with them, get through them, don't let them hit you.
It's almost healthy to have a bad gig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you get used to it. You get the red face, and then you get over it, and then you don't really care after that. You just go with it. You just work it. You just enjoy yourself. You learn to enjoy yourself. Yeah.
It's patience, and just every maybe 3 or 4 gigs are going to be bad, but then there's going to be that brilliant one that just shows you why to keep doing it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, brilliant. Well, thanks very much for coming on the This Is the Music Meets podcast. I really appreciate that you're giving up your time and taking a bit of time out as well from practicing and rehearsal as well. But before I do let you go, for those people that maybe are finding you for the first time, can you just let them know exactly what social media platforms you guys are on?
No.
Yeah, we've got
Just no.
got Facebook, Instagram, got a TikTok, Twitter,
Yes.
Spotify,
Spotify
YouTube,
is the big one.
Apple Tunes. Anything else? All the big music platforms really are on there, but yeah, our socials are all the big socials anyway. Yeah.
Brilliant, great stuff, and we'll put those links in the episode bio even as well, just to sort of make it a little bit easier for everybody. And as I say, obviously, Damage, as we've mentioned in today's podcast, is out now, and it is available across all streaming and download platforms. And as I say, all that leaves me to say is, Brother Vice, thanks very much again for coming on. It's been great finally getting to see you all face to face. And yeah, wish you best of luck with everything that's going on. It sounds a very, very exciting time for you guys.
Thanks very much, Mark.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.